not like a movie. It's not like a TV show. It's not like an album. It's not like a gallery show. It's all of those things mashed together. I think I have an unnatural amount of motivation. And I think a lot of that stems from the fact that I could die at any moment, and who knows how long I'm really gonna live. I didn't even think I'd make it past 30. I am the creator of Heart Machine and Hyperlight Drifter. The story of the game is that you're in this ruinous world, like something terrible has happened, and the character that you're playing has a horrible illness that he's been dealing with and is dying from, and so he's seeking out a cure, like any self-preserving creature would do. I was born with a congenital heart condition. Why not put yourself into your art and make it more personal? Because for me, that's always the most interesting art. Recently, I had to have a valve placed into my chest, which was a lot of fun. These are all my pills, and I usually try and swallow them all at once. It's really not that bad. This is Tetris, my dog. She grunts like a piglet. Like that.
Alx is almost like a walking dark comedy. And he'll come in and he'll seem depressed at first, but then he will say these really funny things. The day after we replaced his valve, and I was showing him how the balloon was moving back and forth in his pulmonary artery, and he essentially said, "Oh gosh, it looks like you were fist fucking my heart." I do think that he feels that there's a guillotine hanging above his head, and at any moment, something could happen and it could drop.
A huge bonding experience for me and Alx growing up was gaming. There's an extreme amount of suffering that comes from being so dedicated to making the product that's as perfect as you want it to be. If he might die, he wanted to make something that he was extremely proud of that he could share with the world.
I started working on this back in early 2013. Just loose sketches and some rough ideas and poking around in really crummy game engines. Got very serious about it when Bo Blythe, one of the main programmers on the project, ended up joining up. We worked together until I launched the Kickstarter in late 2013, and then that exploded. It was beyond my expectations as far as reaction goes.
It seemed like he was taking a lot of inspiration from like his own life and his own trials and stuff. I think people respond to like that kind of auteurship. You feel like you're having more of a conversation with like this person.
Come on, come on. It's March 8th now, and we've been planning to release March 31st. It's kind of a daily gut check as far as, can we make this timeline? That's scary.
People talk about Hyperlight in terms of like, that it reminds them of older games. I'm like, oh, that's from Super Mario RPG, or this reminds me of Final Fantasy VI or Final Fantasy VII, like games that I love. We've gone through dozens of iterations of like, how do you get a weapon? Or like, how do you get the currency in the game? There's a box, and you break it open, and then a thing comes out, and you pick it up. What does the box design look like? And okay, Sean's gonna hand animate the glimmer on the icon on the box. What does it feel like to break it? The particles that come out, there's a little bit of screen shake, or there's a little bit of and that, like layered sound that Akash does. And then the design that Alx does of just the little icon. I can appreciate the particular attention to all the details that this team does, especially in our darkest hours when we feel like we don't know what we're doing, and how does a team this small make a game this big? And if you look back at like the older games, the team that made Super Mario Brothers or Super Mario 2 or 3, like it's like 7 guys.
Today's our launch. Well, technically midnight, so I included it as today. Even a week ago, I was like, are we gonna be done on the 31st? I don't know if that's possible. It's super intense right now. It's like, well, where do we want to spend these last hours? Whoa, the fuck is that? Yeah, you're not using the ones that I made, which are these, which is the whole purpose.
Do you want that changed?
Kinda, yeah. Everyone on the team is tired. I think Sean didn't sleep yesterday. I think he's probably sleeping right now.
I feel like I'm hallucinating.
We were planning on having a build up at 5, but we ran into a host of issues. We're not on schedule, but we're not dying or anything. We'll know pretty soon if we're gonna have a working build. Does it work?
Seemingly.
Does the video play?
Yes.
We're uploading the game to GOG's server. The uploading says it's going to take 11 hours, so we don't have the time, so I'm going to connect into an Ethernet cable.
What does yours say, 400 hours?
It's 6 hours.
Yeah, we should launch in 6 hours. It's our downfall for trying to launch on so many fucking platforms at once. Hey, no yawning.
What? I said he's done uploading.
We get to release our game.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Are you ready?
Click the button.
Here
Click
it goes.
button. Click the button.
How does this work?
Okay, you gotta 2, 1, pop champagne.
It's kind of the most amazing thing to watch this come to life and to see all the effort that we've poured into it over the years and just like see every little component that like Teddy and Bo and Sean and Casey and just like everybody through the years has contributed to this, and watching that all come together into something that actually makes sense. That's the most magical experience that I can have. It's like giving birth to a weird, deformed digital child or something.